those participating through ReadyTalk, Twitter, and those who will be reviewing the webinar as podcast and flash presentations later, hello. I'd like to welcome you to this new session of the Product Management View series. I'm Val Workman from Ryma Technology Solutions, one of the sponsors of this webinar, and I'd like to thank ReadyTalk for their generous support of this community and their sponsorship as well. We have Holly again with us this afternoon. Holly, are you with us?
I am. Hello, everyone.
She's just recovering from a wild weekend in Las Vegas, so maybe we'll bug her later about that. Lastly, I'd like to thank and point out that this is one of the first webinars in the series coming from our newly formed Agile PM COP with Sai as the COP captain. I'll be your moderator today, and it's my pleasure to welcome Sai back, who will be our presenter. Sai will be exploring requirements as they progressively mature in an Agile environment. For those of you who are using Twitter, you can follow and add additional conversation by using the Twitter hashtag #PMV during the webinar and continue conversation after this webinar in the hashtag #AgilePM. This conversation will be posted afterwards on the Product Management Views blog post, and I encourage you to make comments and ask additional questions on this post. I'll be collecting questions throughout the presentation and review them during the question and answer session at the end. The Agile PM community is starting to grow, and it offers many new and exciting opportunities for those who choose to participate. Certainly get with Sai and talk about some of those initiatives. I'm going to pass the control over to Sai now, and he'll present this week's topic on Agile PM, Requirements Part 4 of a 4-part series. At the end of this presentation, I'll come back and conduct the question and answer session. Sai?
Thank you so much, Val. Definitely appreciate the opportunity, and definitely appreciate the good folks here joining us. I also want to explicitly thank Ryma for hosting the 4-part series, and the community, and likewise ReadyTalk for all their energy and contributions as well. So by all means, all good things. Just ever so briefly, if you are joining us for the first time and have not had a chance to attend any of the previous webinars, just a little bit about my background. I am very much a practitioner. I practice what I preach, and I preach what I practice, and all of it has to be practical and sound from a return on investment perspective. So I've been doing this for a few decades. Definitely look me up on LinkedIn. You've got my contact information, and by all means, please join in the community and help grow the practice. So as Val said, we'll kind of jump right in and get into the topic at hand. And that'll be essentially user stories for us, and this is really the wrap up of where we were with the first webinar to the fourth one. We've kind of gone full circle. We've looked at the roles, we've looked at Scrum, we've looked at visioning, we've looked at road mapping, and now we're really getting into the story aspect. So our focus is definitely user stories. I know this is a very, very hot area in terms of what the community is doing at large. So we should have some good questions by the tail end, as Val indicated. Just to briefly catch everybody up as to where we've been and how we've gotten here, when we've talked about agility, we've really emphasized that it is a value system that really focuses on collaboration, focuses on people and results and responsiveness. We've also really emphasized that the enterprise is very, very rich in terms of the complexities that we have to deal with and the forces and the factors. But ultimately, a product success is determined by the marketplace. So we've been very focused in terms of what's going on in the market space and how to really our visioning, our road mapping, and likewise our user stories ultimately back to market evidence. The third aspect that we've definitely talked about has been Scrum, and that we keep referring to Scrum as a framework. It's an inspect and adapt framework in terms of being very, very evolutionary. Likewise, it is a simple framework. However, it allows us to deal with very, very complex problems, such as those involved in product development. So keep in mind, it being simple, allowing us to deal with complex problems, doesn't mean it's simply easy to do. It does require a degree of discipline, just like any other art or craft. So saying all that, we've also focused on product management really as being that bridge between business and technology and the enterprise and the marketplace. And as we think about it, and we've kind of worked around what you see in the center of this current slide, which is really a framework for our thinking. We've looked at the market awareness and technology